It's been about a month since the xTool metal fab demonstration video was posted here on the Making Stuff channel, and it's been a pretty popular video. After you guys watched it, you did ask some pretty good questions. So I have sent those questions off to xTool, and we're going to answer them in today's video. And if you aren't familiar with the xTool metal fab, here is a quick overview. It's a laser welder and cutter that is available in both an 800 watt or 1200 watt model. There's also a CNC platform available that turns the metal fab into a CNC laser cutter. The metal fab has a lower learning curve than traditional welding machines, which would make it a good fit for hobby use or someone with employees that need to be trained to make repetitive cuts or welds. There is a demonstration video here on the Making Stuff channel showcasing some of the metal fab's capabilities. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it up here in the corner of the screen and also down in the description of the video. As of today, April 24th, 2025, the pre-order for the xTool metal fab has ended. The metal fab is now on Kickstarter, and I do have a link to that Kickstarter page down in the description of the video. Check out that link if you want to know more about the current offers and pricing that xTool has on the metal fab. xTool has also informed me that right now they've got the best price they've ever had on the metal fab, and you can save up to $4,000 off the purchase price. So if you want more details and pricing information, check out that link in the description. So let's jump right into that list of questions and see what xTool has to say. I do want to point out that these are the answers that were given to me by xTool, and they are not posted in any particular order. The first question that was asked by the viewers that we're going to answer today is, will the metal fab cut material other than metal, such as wood, leather, carbon fiber, acrylic, ceramic, or stone? And xTool's answer to this question is, no, it will not cut any of those materials. The metal fab will only cut metal and alloys. And I can see why that would be a popular question to ask, because laser engravers have been able to cut and engrave those materials for quite some time now. However, the metal fab will not. And the next viewer question we're going to answer is, are there any wearable parts or consumables that need to be replaced over time? And here is xTool's answer to this question. For the welder, the most common wear part is the protective lens, and the only consumable is the welding wire. For the cutting platform, it's the storm nozzle used together with an air compressor and a dryer. If you use the xTool air compressor and dryer along with the storm nozzle, it can greatly reduce gas consumption and overall machine costs. All right, so let's move on to the next asked question by the viewers, and that is, what type of shielding gas and wire does the metal fab use? And that's a pretty good question, because I asked it while we were at the event, and the xTool rep told me that it is pretty much the same as what you would use for MIG welding. When they had the machine set up to weld steel, they were using 75-25, and when they switched over to aluminum, it was 100% argon gas. xTool did send me this chart, and I'm going to put it up on the screen. You may want to pause the video to get a better look at it, but this chart shows the maximum welding thickness, material type, recommended wire, and gas to use for welding with the metal fab. So that's the answer for welding. If you're going to be cutting with the metal fab, it's a little bit different. While we were at the event, I did ask the rep what kind of gas they were using inside of that CNC platform, and he told me they were just using regular compressed air. However, he also told me that nitrogen can be used, and if you're going to be cutting a material that tends to warp on you, the nitrogen would be better, because nitrogen helps keep it cooler than compressed air. So just remember, if you're going to be cutting material that tends to want to warp, nitrogen is also an option. And xTool did provide another chart for cutting, and I'm going to put that one on the screen as well. And it shows the materials, the recommended gases, and maximum cutting thicknesses for the metal fab. The next question isn't really a single question that can be answered. It was more of a concern. There were a lot of questions about safety when using the metal fab. And you got to remember that the metal fab is a 1200 watt laser that can cut and weld steel. So yeah, you'd want to keep your eyes safe. xTool did send over a list of certifications and standards that the metal fab meets. We'll just throw those up on the screen real quick. If you want to take a longer look, feel free to hit the pause button. xTool did have this to say about the welder and torch safety. It has an emergency stop switch, grounding detection, a USB key lock, real-time laser temperature monitor, built-in safety relays and contactors. It also has a safety circuit design that prevents accidental triggers. One of the things that I noticed while at the event is that the laser gun has two switches. It has a dead man switch and then a trigger. The dead man switch, you actually had to push it in with the palm of your hand, and then the trigger switch worked like a trigger on a gun, and the laser would not operate unless both of those triggers were activated. And xTool had this to say about the safety of the CNC platform. The top blocks 99.9% of the stray light. Any laser leakage is equivalent to just household lighting. No goggles are needed. And I did notice that while we were at the demonstration event, they did not make us wear safety glasses while they were running the CNC platform. xTool also says that the metal fab has an auto lock during operation. The laser shuts off instantly if the cover does open during mid-cut. It also has a dual safety lock, both electronic and mechanical, to ensure that the CNC platform will only operate if it is fully sealed. While we were cutting on the CNC platform, when this finished, it just fell down into the bottom of the machine. And you can see in the video that I actually opened the drawer to retrieve it. And then when I went to push the drawer shut, I didn't get it shut all the way. It looked like it was shut, but there was probably just a millimeter or so of a gap there, and the computer picked up on it. It would not continue until we shut the door. So there's just two examples that I got to see firsthand of some of the safety precautions that are built into this machine. xTool has also stated that they're going to be selling safety gear on their website, items such as safety glasses and helmets. As of filming the video right now, those items are not on the website, but when they do become available, there will be links to them down in the description of the video. There were a lot of questions about the weld quality of the metal fab, and unfortunately the event that we attended was set up more as a demonstration event. It wasn't set up so that we could do a lot of heavy welding, cut those welds open, and analyze them. Here at the Making Stuff channel, we would like to get our hands on a metal fab sometime in the near future so that we can have more time to use it and explore the full potential that the metal fab has to offer, and also test out some of those features that we weren't able to use at the demonstration event, such as rust removing. And another question that was asked quite a bit had to do with shipping, because up until today, April 24th, 2025, the only way to purchase a metal fab was to pre-order it. So there were a lot of questions. If one was to pre-order a metal fab, how long would it take for it to ship? And xTool did not give me any specific date or time, but they did say if you head over to the Kickstarter page, they would have the most up-to-date shipping info posted over there. So there you have it. Those are the answers to some of the most asked questions by you guys, the viewers, about the xTool metal fab. And just a reminder, as of today, April 24th, 2025, the pre-order for the xTool metal fab has ended, and the metal fab is currently on Kickstarter. So if you want to see the current offers and pricing on the xTool metal fab, check out that link down in the description of the video. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give me that big thumbs up. And if you aren't a subscriber, consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell so you don't miss any upcoming Making Stuff videos. And thanks for watching.